You know, water rights is something I'm sure most of those who are educated have heard, either by listening to radio or reading newspapers, or even in school. But most traditional people really, I'm sure, does not really comprehend what water rights are, particularly the bill that we are now addressing here, SB2109. That's something that really needs to be explained to those traditional people, and also those who only speak the English language, going to school, have an education. What is it that we are losing? And what is it that we are gaining? That's a big question. And I'm sure some of the leaders within the Navajo Council and Hopi Council perhaps ask those questions. But somehow, majority of them at this moment believe it's a good deal. I can't see it myself. I never did. I never believed that giving somebody what you have and in return only keep a small portion of it is a good deal. This matter of negotiation has been going on for some time, and it's been kept under wraps. Negotiators are told to keep it a secret, don't tell anybody, and therefore a great deal of our own people don't know and don't understand really what's going on, except every now and then you read something in the paper. When you ask questions, they really don't tell you. What they tell you is, we're going to get $800 million. We're going to have water to every hokan. That's all you hear. We're going to have nice big water line coming on the western side of the reservation. And to do that, we're going to be given $800 million. But that's not true. It's totally wrong. Many of you here have been raised on sheep, cattle, and have horses. Yeah, we all used to have a good-sized corrals where we, at the end of the day, put our sheep inside that corral. You look at them and say, that's life. Suppose one morning you go out there and look in your corral and the sheep's no longer there. What are you going to think? Somebody stole your sheep. Maybe 3 or 4 days later, there's your sheep in somebody else's corral. You know the earmark and the brand on those sheep is yours, but it's in somebody else's corral. Whoever lives there, Bainiya, what are you going to say? Sure, let's negotiate. Yeah. Who's going to do that? Who's going to go find this guy? And when you found your own sheep, and you want to sit down with the thief to negotiate. That's what's going on here with 2109. It's that simple. We don't need to talk all the thing about it. It's easy to determine what's going on here. As been said here by leaders, We have Aboriginal rights, ne? Digin. And a law, their own law. Winters ruling. Supreme Court of the United States. Dan legal te ben nohonel ada. Ada bajo instinto. Innet ape. Bebehas ani besne. So, Aboriginal rights, treaty rights, winter's rights. So that's the same thing as having your sheep in the corral. One night, somebody stole it. That's what happened between the Upper and Lower Colorado River Compact. It's known. 7 states, New Mexico, Arizona, California, Colorado, Wyoming, Nevada, Utah. They evaluated how much water exists within this area. And then they sat down. So now you're over there now. Our leaders are over there. They're talking with the thieves and saying, let's negotiate. So the negotiators on the other side are saying, okay, come on in. There's some coffee down there. She gave him some donuts. Yes, this is your sheep. Oh, Donnie, this was yours. But we have a deal for you. 100, we stole 100 of your sheep. But since you look like you're hungry for mutton, I'm sure. So we're going to be nice to you. What we're going to do is we're going to go over here and change that an old ewe that's about to give up its life. We'll give that to you. We even throw a knife at it so you could butcher it. They both come. That's the $800 million they're talking about. So you could butcher it. It tastes good. You know it tastes good. So you can do that. But once we do that to you, one sheep, all you, once we give that back to you, we want you to sign. That's what's in that 2109, saying that you and your children, your grandchildren, doing what you not has chigi nas khada tita net eto ben ha not isla doyen heda. That's what they're saying. So you're giving up the rights of your children, your grandchildren, and their children, that forever, whatever wrong they have done, they cannot file a lawsuit against these people that stole your sheep, that stole your water in this case. Now, they want to give you just a little sip of that water back, and all the rest of it goes to them. All the way to Nevada, California, down to Phoenix, Tucson, over into New Mexico, everywhere. And all you get is just a little bit of this. This thing costs $1 at Basha. Let's see what $800 million is worth. You take 8 of these, mix 1 gallon. $8 a gallon. That's what this costs out there at Bashas. How many gallons is going through that Colorado River Basin? 14 million acre feet. That's 14 million times over 300,000, because 300,000 gallon equals 1 acre feet. So a 300,000 gallon, that's 300,000 times 8, gives you $2.4 million for 1 acre feet of water. You multiply that by 14 million that they're going to get from you, you're talking about $30 billion a year you're giving them $30 billion a year worth of water every year. In return, they're going to give you and us 800 million one time. But they're going to get that water until water's all gone. Maybe that's 2109, 97 years from now. But in any event, you're giving them $30 million a year worth of water, and in return, all they're promising you as a promise. They're not really going to give you a check. They're just going to promise you that they're going to build a canal with $800 million. Our leaders, oh wow, $800 million, that's a lot of money. No. Compared to this, let's say they give us one of these. We could give them 100 box full of these every day, and all we get is one, that's it. So, I don't see why anybody in his right mind would want to negotiate something that is 100% yours to begin with. They're the ones that should be negotiating. Saying, please don't throw us in jail. You take it all and we'll give you some more on top of that. That you need all this. They're apologizing. No, they're not apologizing. They want us to take everything away from you, from us. And top of that, they don't want us to sue them in any way at all. That's what the 2109 is doing. Stripping us any kind of defense that we would have, that our children may have, into the future. And this is really a sad state of affairs that we're going to be put into for a promise of $800 million and a canal. The best thing, what do we do now? What do we do? I know what I like to see done. I'm 83 years old, and maybe I'm not going to see the time when this whole water business is all over with, but what I believe should be done, and it's doable, but it's hard work, is number one, to stop this 2109. Stop it in its tracks. Yes, we need to educate everybody, including our kids. They're really doing everything they can before you wake up, so that they can make it a law, and that once they make it a law, it becomes 10 times more difficult to get your rights back, if they're ever going to give it back to you. So, the best thing we can do is stop it before it becomes law. How do you do that? You do what we're doing here. That's how you do it. You're the ones that really need to voice your objection. You get organized like you're doing now and petition with telegrams, with letters to congressmen. If these two tribe tribal council had not signed it, yes, write to them or even drive over there and speak to them. Tell them, no, don't do that. You could go without food maybe for 3 weeks. You're still going. But water, 6 to 7 days without water, that's it. You're gone. So this is life. Money, you could live without money for 2 years or more. So $800 million should not be a consideration. The amount of money they're going to pay for life should not be in any of these negotiation consideration. Which one of us would take $800 million to sacrifice our children or grandchildren? Who's willing to do that? Are they willing to do that? I don't know. I don't think so. But that's what we're doing. That's what we're asked to do. To accept $800 million with a promise. It's not for real, it's just a promise to build a water line. And if you read the proposed agreement carefully, the water line will be regulated by the federal government. You cannot just go over there and turn on the spigot as you wish. That's what we're all thinking, huh? Maybe that's what they're being told. No. The water will be regulated. You can only take some water from that canal if they let you. If you take too much, they say, no, that's all you're going to take for today. But I need to take a shower. Sorry. Come back tomorrow for a little bit more. But yeah, I need to water my animals. Sorry. Next week, come back. We'll give you a little bit more. I need them. I need all this. Why? Every major shopping mall, they'll have your water spraying up in the air. They won't allow you to do that. That's in the proposed agreement. You cannot add any land to irrigate. Whatever you got now, that you're frozen there. So, it's bad. What do? We do this. We send telegrams to Congress, tell them this is a bad deal, we don't agree with it. Talk to your council delegates, explain to them what it is. In Congress, there always a group that listens, particularly those Eastern congressmen and Eastern senators. They work together, and they're more protective of Native Americans than Western congressmen and Western senators. Some of you go to Washington, D.C. and walk into these offices, Eastern congressmen. And they may say, well, you got your comment. Go talk to Kyle. Senator Kyle Hitadonis. Go talk to McCain. You tell them, no, they stole our sheep. They stole our water. They're not going to give up. You help us. They will. Another thing, you don't want an amendment to this thing. No amendment to this evil law. You want to get rid of it. We want to do our own water quantification. See how much water we need now, how much water we need 50 years from now, how much water we will need 100 years from now. Once we get all of that, then we'll know how much of water that we will claim within this huge Colorado River water basin. Yet they want us to sign right now. On top of that, they want to take our rights away. And when they hear all of that, I'm sure a number of them will stand up and fight right along with you. I know you'll succeed if you stay together. Okay? Are we all together? All right. And we got allies now. I know the Hopis and Navajos were not, we lived very closely together for a long time, long before white man ever set foot here. We even intermarried, so there's love involved there. But we also had a land dispute, so-called. That sort of kept us at odds with one another. But water, we need to be together. The Hopis and the Navajos and the Paiutes, this is our water. This is something that the Great Spirit that we all worship and all respect left us, gave it to us. Kyle says, I want a birthday present. Shouldn't it? What for? You've been naughty boy. Naughty kids don't get a birthday present. No birthday cake. So, again, thanks for allowing me to be here, and thank you all. Thank you, Percy, and thank you for the organization here that really sponsored this. Keep it up. You're on the right track, and I think this is the way to do it. And I know our leaders, if they get proper information and education, both the Hopis and the Navajo Council, I'm sure they can get behind all of you too. It's just that they got so much on their plate. Somebody says, I need a house. Somebody says, I need this, I need this. Then Kyle said, hey, I got some money for you to make a house. Give me all your water. No! So, you know, I could see why some people are willing to do that, but tell them no. We could stay with our housing so long as we keep our water. That's more important. The government is saying now, if you give away your future by giving us your water, we can then make water available to you. We could appropriate $800 million so you could have water. If we accept something like that, next thing they're going to say is, give up half of your mineral resources or all of it, only then can we build some more hospitals that don't need. Then after that, they'll say, give us half of your land so we can build some more education system for you. Could don't need that. Yet the treaty does not. The treaty allows the federal government to make water available to every Navajo, to have education available to every Navajo, to have health care available to all Navajos. We don't have to give up anything. Di not no out ya tod hadish no di not no out ya ho one sat hadish genetically that's wrong. So remember that when you talk to them. Yeah, no, thank you.